Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Clue. Knives Out. So this is going to be our no spoiler review. We're going to talk about this movie with no spoilers. If we accidentally spoil something, we'll cut it out, so you're totally fine. We definitely don't want to spoil this for you, so we'll be extra careful. And this is just going to be a few minutes of our general thoughts and opinions on this film. We will have a spoiler review out for you tomorrow night if you want to see a more in-depth discussion about certain scenes or elements that we want to just talk about, because we're movie nerds. Speaking of being movie nerds, we're not really considering ourselves film critics. We're not here to critique per se, as much as we're just people that like movies and like to talk about them. And I really like to talk about anything. See, you see that? And so we got all that stuff out of the way, and more movie reviews. If you do want to see me review Clue, that's on my Patreon channel today, and I put it out for free, I'm pretty sure. So you can look up TheEricButts, use the link in the description below. Okay, that said, let's talk about Knives Out.
So it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I know, even I'm going to be like, how to talk about this without spoilers.
Yeah, there is that particular issue.
Because obviously they set it up, it's a murder mystery. You know, father of a rich family dies, whodunit. The ride is incredibly fun.
Yep.
Definitely more mystery than you would have anticipated.
Well, wait, is that really? It's a murder mystery. It should be all the mystery.
Well, I'm just saying there's more levels than maybe what the trailers would let on. There's more going on in this than what you might walk into if you've seen the trailers.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. I think that's a fair assessment. Rian Johnson directed this, Last Jedi, which did a great job. This was tightly paced, expertly woven. I believe he also helped write it, or did write it. The characters are fantastic. The actors are fantastic. The performances are fantastic. Is that a hail, or is that just the way the lights are on the...
I think it's just the way the lights... It's raining right now.
Yeah, if you couldn't hear that. But yeah, I would not say, you know, it was really funny too. There's a lot of comedy, so I know, like, I kind of wanted.
It's not. Is it not really designed to be a comedy, or is it?
No, I think it is designed to be a comedy, and I think it got the laughs the movie was trying to get. But I think perhaps the marketing and maybe expectations might make you think it's going to be funnier than it actually is in terms of laugh out loud funny. Because again, I don't think like...
I would say it's a murder mystery first, a comedy second.
Yeah, absolutely. Unlike Clue, which I think was definitely a comedy first and a murder mystery second.
A comedy that just happened to be about murder mystery.
Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting at. So if you're expecting another Clue, it's not that at all. It's very different. And even, I'm not spoiling anything about the ending.
It's more of a farce.
Yeah, exactly. And this one's not so much a farce. But, and unlike Clue that had multiple endings, this is a very tightly woven script to where I don't think there are multiple endings.
Yeah.
When you watch our spoiler video, you can tell us if you got a different ending, but I don't think that's the case. And I think that's good. I think it really worked that way. But again, you know.
I'm going to apologize for all the yawning, but it's late for me and it's raining. I'm like, I'm so comfy right now.
Yeah, and it got warm in the car, and Eric bought some vinyl records and some Star Wars figures. Well, a record. I bought the Pulp Fiction soundtrack,
Yeah, that really
Yellow,
has nothing to do with it. But...
and some Star Wars figures and a Star Wars book and a Godzilla NECA figure and some mustard. Because Colonel Mustard. See, I brought it back. I tied it all together. But yeah, but again, it is funny. I mean, it gets the laughs when it tries to get the laughs. It just doesn't try for the laugh as much as maybe you might have expected. There's some great subversions in here.
Oh, yeah.
The set is fantastic.
I want that house.
I was going to say, like, she wants that house.
Well, you know, all the stuff in it, except for maybe some of the decor.
Yeah, a few pieces are kind of like, okay. Christopher Plummer is immediately wonderful in the opening scenes. Like, you actually do kind of care about him, even though what they do with his character, maybe you shouldn't but maybe you can. I don't want to really say much about that at all. Definitely Daniel Craig is just chewing the scenery and having a blast doing it.
I still can't decide how I feel about him with a southern accent.
I know. Like, I think he achieves it. I just think we're so used to...
he does it well, but it's like James Bond is talking like a southern lawyer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that we're so used to seeing him in his normal voice that it's like, oh, this is odd.
It's sort of the, like, I'm not sure if to say it's the same or the reverse of, like, when you hear Lucy Lawless talk for the first time after you've only known her as Xena.
Yeah, nah.
It's sort of like yeah. Yeah, nah. Yeah.
I watched all those because you were telling me about them, the Stephen Colbert things. And Lucy Lawless was on there. That's why I did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you get so used to an actor doing a certain voice, and then you hear him do a different one. It's like, what?
Yeah.
But I mean, he did it well, and I think he clearly had a blast in this movie. And you know, I mean, again, it's a tight little. It's like an hour, 100 minutes, I believe, an hour and 40 minutes, somewhere in that range. And we also got lucky, too, because now they're adding all these commercials to movies. So it's like, 20 minutes of trailers and 5 minutes of commercials. We got 7 minutes of commercials. And then somebody messed up and they didn't play any trailers. But we're like, woohoo! You know, I mean, I used to love trailers at movies. But now that I pretty much react to them all online anyways, I'm like, I don't need trailers at movies. I mean, that's just me personally. If you would have been sad, I'm sorry for you. But I was like,
If it's a good trailer, you don't mind seeing it again. If it's a bad trailer, you're just like, oh my god, I've seen this like 500 times.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like for me, you can show me the Star Wars trailers all you want. I still go back and watch like even episode 1 trailers and stuff, and I still get goosebumps when Anakin Skywalker meet Obi-Wan Kenobi. But yeah, so that's true. But this movie, really, really good, tightly paced, some great stuff in it. It got applause at the end.
Yeah.
We were in a smaller theater because it was earlier, but I guess the holidays have officially begun. It was very packed. Some people applaud at the end, which I think, you know, as much as I find applauding at movies kind of silly because there's no one there to hear it, I do feel like this is one of those that does deserve it because it's just a super fun ride and a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know what else more we can tell you. If it looked good, if you thought you were going to like this, you're probably going to like this. It's not really terribly violent or gruesome. There's a couple of gross moments, but they're totally motivated.
Yeah,
you know,
they're relatively mild, really.
Yeah,
it just depends on what grosses you out specifically.
Yeah, and it is PG-13, so you know, so you're fine there. I don't really recall too much harsh language.
There's one scene where a particular word gets.
Yeah, a lot of the use of the word shit in one scene, but I think even that was in some of the trailers because I remember seeing that scene in the trailer.
I don't think the trailer prepares you for the level of that particular scene.
That's true, and it is quite a joyous, enjoyable scene too. So,
by the way, Chris Evans, going like, I don't have to be Captain America anymore, is clearly enjoying his role too.
Yeah, he was having a blast. Jamie Lee Curtis was fantastic in this. Don Johnson was kind of the unexpected hit of this. I know he's a good actor, but like. He was really kind of fun to watch in this, and I liked I don't like his character, but I liked his portrayal of his character. So that was really nice. And yeah, some of the smaller bit players, everything pretty good. Oh, how are we forgetting about General Zod? Michael Shannon. He's great, and everybody's great in this.
General Zod, wasn't he?
Yeah, right?
I totally forgot about
he's
that.
great in this. Like, everybody in this is great. There's not a weak link in this. And apparently, well, I shouldn't say that. That's a spoiler. We'll talk about that in spoilers. The person in the cast I saw, and I was like, wait, what? Might have been a deleted scene or something. But yeah, so that's our thoughts. That's our opinions on Knives Out. Like I said, if you think you want to see this, go see it. You're going to have a good time with it. That's my thoughts on that. Mary, I believe, agrees.
Yeah.
All right, Mary agrees. So check out my Patreon. Look up TheEricButts. Use the links in the description below. Click that thumbs up button. Give us that thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. And now we're going to get out of here so we can talk some spoilers and watch some more stuff. We'll see you all later.